What's up, everybody? All right, I'm back for round two. I just went live. We had a ton of you guys on, and then apparently my microphone's muffled the whole time. So I'm going to do round two here. So anyway, I'm going to go through similar stuff. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear me this time since it didn't work last time. So does that sound good? And I am doing a backup recording over here this time just in case. Let me start the backup recording, and then we'll get this party started. And happy birthday for Holly 647. It's your birthday. All right, here we go. Everybody, this is Russell. Welcome back to day number 3 of our Traffic Secrets presentation. So this is the third one, as you guys know. But what's crazy is we actually launched the day number 1 of the book launch was actually hold on a second. I'm going to pause this. Time out for 1 second. My backup recording's not going right. This is how it works, you guys. This is actually a live studio audience. Normally, I got people who have talents and skills helping me, but today it's all me because we're under quarantine. So, all right. What's up, everybody? This is Russell. Welcome back. I'm not gonna lie. This is the second time I've recorded this. First time it died. So we're back, and today we're day number 3 of the Traffic Secrets. I'm going to be reading some stuff from you guys from these books, which I'm excited for. But we're officially 24 hours into the book launch, and a lot of you guys have been asking me, like, how it's been going. Is it converting? Like, what's, like, all the questions. And so it's going amazing. We are just shy of 10,000 books. I was trying to get 10,000 books in the first 24 hours, and we got close, like, super close. It'll probably be 26 hours before we hit 10,000 books sold, which is pretty good, especially if you put in to put that into like in perspective. The average New York Times bestseller sells 10,000 books during the first week. We did 10,000 in the first day, so thank you guys all for geeking out, getting excited. If you don't have your copy of the book yet, go to trafficsecrets.com. You go to this cool page right here, and you'll see the funnel and everything we did to build it out. And so far, for any of you guys who are also wondering, this is the highest converting funnel that I made so far. So it's doing really, really good. So if you want to funnel hack me and see what's happening, there you go. I talk about a lot of times the funnel hacking. Like a lot of times we think we have to go reinvent the wheel, and we try to like start. We have to like start, from scratch and figure things out. But the reality is, the best thing to do is to look at funnels that we know are working, and then we'll model them, right? And so obviously don't copy my funnel, because I will find you and I will shut you down. But you should totally go look at it like, oh, look what Russell did. Look how he structured the offer. Look at the upsells, the downsells, the way he did the video. Like all those things. Were thought through. I spent 2 years writing the book. The whole time I was writing the book, I was thinking through like the funnel, what it's going to look like, and how it's going to work. And our team killed themselves on it, and it's turned out really, really good. So anyway, that's what's going on. But today, I'm going to read you guys some of the Traffic Secrets book, which is hopefully you guys have enjoyed that so far. If you have, let me know. If you've been like, that's boring, Russ, I don't like that, that's fine too. But let me know. But I'm going to go through and keep reading them. So with that said, I'm going to pop this thing out. A lot of you guys ask, like, Russell, how do I get the entire box set? Well, the only way to get it right now is as an upsell. So if you buy the book, you get the audiobook. And one thing to note, this book does not ship till May 5th, which kind of sucks, but that's the way the publisher has it. Anyway, I don't know why they do that way, but May 5th the book ships. But the audiobook, which I spent 3 days of my life recording, read every single word into a microphone, that's actually available right now. It's the order form bump. So if you go through the funnel here, one of the options is to get the audiobook, and you can get the audiobook today and start listening to it right now, or like 2 minutes from now. So all you gotta go do is go to trafficsecrets.com. So with that said, I'm going to jump in the book, and we're going to read some of it together. Does that sound like fun? All right. So as you guys know, the first day before the book launch, I opened up and I read you guys some of the introduction. I talked about in the introduction the fact there's a storm coming, and we kind of went through that. Yesterday, I started going into the introduction, which was, just chapter number 1, which is all about your dream customer. If you guys remember me talking about that, I share some cool stuff in there. And today, I'm still going to be chapter number 1. But secret number 1, today I'm talking about the searcher and the scroller. When you have the book, it's on page number 25. And here's actually a picture of it, the searcher and the scroller. You can see what they look like here. The searcher and the scroller. So what is the searcher and the scroller? Yesterday I talked about really understanding and mastering your dream customer, and understanding them better than they even understand themselves. And so in that book, or in that part of the section, we talked about how some of your customers are moving towards pleasure and some are moving away from pain. And that's like the first way we separate people. They're moving towards pleasure, or they're moving away from pain. That's the first thing you got to understand, right? The second thing now is, are these people, like when you're finding them, are they a searcher or are they a scroller? Okay, and so that's kind of the second phase here we have to start understanding. To really understand this, I want to go back in time and start thinking about, like, when people initially when they initially started looking for stuff, right? Back like in the 1800s, early 1900s, the way they would do it is they would go and they would search for something, right? Like if they have a need, like I need a hammer, and they would go and they would search for it. They go drive to the store, they look for it, they find it, and then boom, they come back and they've got it, right? Or they would open the yellow pages and they would search for what they're looking for, and they find it, and they would go and get it. Now the pros of the searcher is that it's somebody who they're searching so that they're when they come to you, they're hot, right? Like I'm coming, like I need a hammer, or they're coming and they find the yellow pages, emergency plumber Boise, and they find a plumber, boom, I need you. They call you, hey, I need a plumber, and boom, it's hot traffic, right? They're ready to buy right now. The negative side of that is that you can't stimulate that traffic, right? There's no way to just to be like. There's no way to simply just like increase that. Like I can't get more people to come look for a plumber. They're going to come find me when they need it. So there's the pros and the cons, right? The pros are that when they come to you, they're hot. The cons is it's hard to stimulate business. So businesses would sit there and wait for someone to search for them. Like I'm waiting. Okay. And now fast forward, early 1900s is when we started developing and figuring out this thing called interruption marketing. And so interruption marketing, the first time interruption marketing actually happened. In fact, I'll find it here in the stories. There's so many fun stories to tell in this book. Hopefully you guys enjoy all the stories. It was 1927. Was when TV was invented. And 15 years later, on July 1st, 1942, it was during the Brooklyn Dodgers Philadelphia Phillies game at Ebbets Field. It was the first ever TV commercial aired. Okay, so what happened? Think about this. People are sitting there, they're watching TV in their homes, they're being entertained, they're enjoying this thing, they're interested in baseball, they're watching baseball, and then in the middle of that, boom, they're interrupted with an ad. Okay, and the ad was for Bulva watches, and think about before this, if Bulva wanted to sell a watch, what would they have to do? Right? They'd wait for someone who's like, I need a watch. And they'd go search for a watch. So they're like waiting. Hopefully business comes to us. They had to wait. Right? Now, this first TV commercial in the early 1900s, people are sitting watching TV. They're not planning it. All of a sudden, in the middle of that ad, they're interrupted. Right? They're interrupted. And after they're interrupted, then comes in the ad where it says, the ad was 9 seconds long. In fact, if you go to YouTube right now and search it, you can actually find it. I found it the other day. It's 9 seconds long. It cost them $9 to run. And the ad said, America runs on Bulva time. Now, obviously, that ad was not the greatest ad in the world, but it was the ad. It was the first time someone did interruption marketing, right? So people were watching baseball, so they're interrupted, and Bulva had this little window of time where they could grab someone's attention, right? They could build up the perceived value, what it is they have to sell, and then they can make them an offer, right? And that was the very first time this interruption concept happened. Okay, and interruption marketing is powerful because because it was search marketing, people have to be looking for you, right? They're interested, they have a desire, they're looking for you. With interruption, you have the chance to capture their attention and then make a presentation to increase the perceived value of the thing that you're trying to sell, and then you make them an offer. And in the book here, I'm going to talk a little more about hook, story, offer in a day or two. I don't know exactly when we get there, but that's the next framework is when you interrupt somebody, you got this little window of time, right? So I'm going to sit down here because this is my studio. I'm sitting on the floor because that's what we got here when we're in quarantine. But I want you to understand that, like, this is some of the interesting stuff. Like, and I have a friend, his name's Trevor Chapman, and he's the one that kind of first made this concept light up in my head, right? He talked about searching versus interruption. So search marketing, right? Let's say, for example, you wanted a new home security system. Okay, so what would you do? You'd go on Amazon, type in home security system, you'd search for it, and if you found it, you're like, oh, I need a home security system. I'm looking for it, and right now you can get a pretty good home security system on Amazon for like $200, right? Pay $200, it comes to you, install it, and boom, you have a home security system, $200, right? Because you were searching for it. Now, people that search, typically they're bargain shoppers. They're looking not just one place, they're searching 5 different things, they're price comparison, all these kind of things, right? But when they come to you, they're hot, right? They're ready to buy right now, okay? Now, put that in contrast with what Trevor talked about. He talked about what he did. He ran a sales team, a door-to-door sales, people selling home security systems. He said we didn't rely on search at all. We relied on interruption marketing. So what we would do is we would go and we would go door to door and we'd knock on the door and we'd interrupt someone during dinner or whatever it is. We interrupt them. Okay, and when we interrupt them, they open the door, and we have this little window of time. First step is to hook them, to get their attention. We hook them, right? If we can get past the initial hook, then we have this window of time where we can tell them a story. And the goal of the story is what? Is to increase the perceived value of the thing it is I'm going to sell. And in the end, I have a chance to make an offer. Okay. Now, 2 minutes earlier, that person was not looking for a home security system, but because I interrupted them, I hooked them with something to grab their attention. I told them a story to increase the perceived value. Then I could sell the thing that I'm selling for what it's actually worth. right? Typically with search-based marketing, you're in a comparison game, right? It's a race to the bottom. You're selling commodities and people are searching for all the different variations to find the cheapest one with the highest ratings, right? Whereas interruption-based marketing, they're not searching everywhere else in the world. You're coming to them, you're interrupting them, you make a presentation about the perceived value of what it is you're selling, and then you can sell for whatever you want, right? And he talked about how when he was selling security systems, like someone could go on Amazon and find one for $200, but what we do, we knock on the door, interrupt them, tell our story, increase the perceived value, make them an offer, and walk out the door with a $5,000 contract for a home security system. Okay, that's the power of interruption marketing. It gives you the ability to find people who aren't in the moment needing it, but you create a desire in them to be able to go and sell the thing. Okay. And so what's interesting, as you start looking at online, the same trend happened throughout history, right? When the internet first came about, there was what type of marketing? There was search, right? You'd go to Google and you would search for something. And it was amazing because you could rank for the keywords, you could make a bunch of money, you could buy pay-per-click ads, but you only made money on people that were actually searching for you. Everybody else, you just missed out on the opportunity, right? And so you lost that money. Okay, but it was a really good opportunity. Then a little while later, then all of a sudden the social networks started coming out, right? And the social networks happened, and then somewhere down the line, and I have the dates in here, but somewhere down the line is when Mark Zuckerberg introduced the Facebook ads platform, which was the very first real big play of interruption marketing, right? Someone would come in Facebook, right, and they're hanging out with their friends, they're talking, they're being entertained, and then we're able to come in and interrupt them for a second, right? So you're scrolling through the ads, all of a sudden, boom, your ad comes, and if you do it right, this is like the knock on the door for the door-to-door salesperson, right? You knock on the door, it interrupts them for a second, just long enough, you got their attention, right? You hook them, and then it opens up this little window for you where you can now tell them your story, and the goal of your story is to increase the perceived value of what you're going to sell them, and then you make them an offer. Hook, story, offer. Okay, and that's the power of interruption marketing. It gives you that little window of time where instead of like waiting for people, like, hey, I hope someone search for cat food today because I'm selling cat food. Instead of waiting and waiting, we're able to say, okay, who's interested in cats? Let me go find those people and let me try to interrupt them. Let me go knock on their door. Let me go throw out these hooks and try to grab their attention just long enough so I can explain to them why my cat food's so much better, my cat medicine, or my cat, whatever cat thing you sell. Tell them perceived value, tell them your story, increase the perceived value you're selling, and sell for what it's actually worth. Okay? Then you're not going out there and they're fighting and they're comparing your cat food versus 500 other people. You have the ability now to increase the perceived value and sell your thing for what it's worth. Okay? So that's search versus interruption. And if you start looking at all the different advertising networks out there, you start classifying them, okay? So Google is a search platform, right? People are coming to search on it. Yahoo's a search platform. I don't even know what other ones are out there. I just use Google. But those are search platforms, right? Then you got Facebook and Instagram. These are interruption platforms, right? They're getting people's attention. They're categorizing people based on what they're interested in, and you have to really come and interrupt those people, saying, I want to interrupt all people interested in cats, all people interested in fitness, all people interested in business. I interrupt them, right? And then it opens up this little window for you to come in there, set a hook to get their attention, tell them a story, increase the perceived value you have, and then make an offer. Okay? And that's the magic. Now, so then again, the first phase we talked about in this book here was you're taking your dream customers, you're identifying, you're breaking a verse on people that are trying to move away from pleasure and people who are trying to move towards pain, right? We have different messages for both those people. They are not the same. They are different, right? So maybe we have different funnels, different landing pages, different ads. They're speaking differently to each person. The next thing is understanding where am I going fishing? Where am I trying to find these people? If it's search-based, that's okay, but I'm going to speak to those people differently. Those people are probably doing more comparison shopping. Those people are probably looking for a deal. They're researching, right? They're searching for you. They find you. So if my landing pages aren't based on like understanding like, hey, this is the mindset someone's coming to, they're researching, you're going to struggle, right? Now if someone's in Instagram or Facebook, they're doing something else. I'm interrupting them. So I do something exciting. I have something cool. I have a cool background. I need something like this where they're scrolling through, they're seeing this like, what is this thing? Why is Russell waving a book? Like yesterday I had my Thanos. I had these gloves on yesterday, right? Because when the videos are on Facebook and Google, I want someone scrolling through like, why has Russell got this weird glove? And they're going to stop, right? I hooked them just long enough to have a chance now to tell them my story, to increase the perceived value of what I'm doing, and then make them an offer. Okay, by the way, BTW, those who are watching this video on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you are, what did I just do? I hooked you, right? I've been telling you a story to increase the perceived value of the offer I have for you, right? Some of you guys are like, dang, that's in the book. That's in secret number 1 in the book. That's awesome. I need that. So I just told you a story to increase the perceived value of this thing that I'm going to offer you here in a second, right? Wait, Russell, you actually preach? Yes, I do every day, okay? So that's what I'm doing, right? Now, if I'm putting this out to a search audience, it's going to be different. Okay, my message is not going to be me with a Thanos glove trying to interrupt them because they're already looking. They're looking for like how to get more traffic. I'm going to come and be like, hey, here's a review page. Like, here's five ways to get traffic. Boom, boom, boom. By the way, the number one book to get traffic is this book right here. You should go get it for free at trafficseekers.com. Right? I'm speaking to them differently. So you're categorizing people based on search versus interruption. Okay, and understanding that your ad campaigns, your structure, all the things you're doing are different depending on which way people are coming into your world. Does that make sense? Okay, I think so many times people loop like traffic or advertising to like just one thing. It's like, no, you guys are understanding these intricacies of what you're doing, right? And so I need to understand if I'm speaking to someone who's searching versus someone who I'm interrupting because it's different. My ad's different. Okay, my ad on my Google ad is not me running around going crazy or lighting my book on fire, right? But my ad on Instagram is, my ad on Facebook is, I gotta grab your attention just long enough to open a window so you will listen to my story so I can increase the perceived value of what I have to sell and I can make you an offer. Okay? And start thinking that. You guys start thinking in your mind like, oh my gosh, I've seen this over and over again. When I go to Google, I search for stuff. What do the landing pages look like? The people who are successful, what do those ads look like? What are they saying? How are they speaking to me? Right? I'm speaking to them differently than I'm speaking to somebody who I'm interrupting, right? If I'm interrupting, I'm doing crazy videos, trying to capture your attention, trying to get you to like focus, and just long enough I can grab your attention and then tell you a story, okay? So that's the key that I want you to understand. There's a little different, little like slight intricacies, little slight differences, but it's the key to this whole game. So Google is a search platform, right? YouTube's interesting because YouTube is a search, but it's also a social. So YouTube is one of my favorites, and there's a whole chapter here going deep into YouTube because it's a search and it's an interruption platform. And so there's different strategies when you're inside of that, which are kind of fun. Facebook, Instagram are interruption platforms. Other search-based platforms like Quora, where you're going to, you're searching questions, you're answering questions, like that's a search-based platform. So as you start looking at there where to get traffic, and you start thinking through this in your mind, realize there's search-based, interruption-based, two different things, and it's important because that's some of the foundational stuff you got to understand as you're going after your dream customers. So that, again, yesterday's video and today's is all just secret number one. We haven't got to secret number two yet. So let me come back real quick. So secret number one. So I did introduction date number one. Today and yesterday was who's your dream customer. And then today I talked about searcher versus scroller. You guys see that in the video there. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to go into secret number two. Where are they hiding? So depending on if this is live, look for this tomorrow. If this is on YouTube or on a playlist, like there's probably a playlist here. We can watch the next one. But that's what we're going to go into next is where are they hiding? The Dream 100. Now, really quick, now that I've grabbed your attention, I've told you a value, increase the perceived value of this book, hopefully. Now I'm hoping you want a copy of this so badly. So if you want one, guess what? Right now during pre-launch, they are free. You just got to cover the shipping handling. This is the hardbound book. I've already paid for the printing of this thing. They are not cheap to print, so I pay for the printing. They are going to be shipping out on May 5th. Right now we are in pre-launch. We've almost sold 10,000 copies the first 24 hours, which is crazy. Really proud of that. Proof that these traffic things we're talking about actually work. But you can get a copy right now at trafficseekers.com during the pre-launch. Again, we ship these May 5th, but when you're buying this, one of the order form bumps as you go through the funnel is for the audiobook. The audiobook is done. I spent 3 days in in a studio, reading this entire book. You can get the audiobook immediately, and inside the audiobook is actually links to a supplemental PDF that has all the doodles and stuff. So as you're listening, you can look at the doodles and make sure you understand the concepts. That's available today. You can start listening to the audiobook right now. You just got to go to trafficseekers.com, get a copy of the book. This ships May 5th, and then the order form bump is the audiobook, so you can listen to it, which is awesome. And right now, like 36% of you guys are taking the audiobook. So that means that 1/3 of you guys are ready to listen today. The rest of you guys are like, I'll worry about traffic in the future. But honestly, right now, we're in scary times. I mean, I'm in quarantine now. I'm sure most of you guys are in quarantine. We're at our house hanging out. I'm recording this on my phone, on my iPad, because my film crews are in quarantine everywhere. Like, it's chaos right now. But you got to understand the most important thing in business for all of you guys, in good times and in bad, is traffic. It's the people. It's you having the ability to get your message in front of people. If you're not able to do that, it makes business really hard. If you are able to do that, it makes business easy. So how do you get traffic? Not just how do you get any traffic. How do you get, if you look at the subheadline here, it says, the underground playbook for filling your websites and funnels with your dream customers. Not just any customers, your dream customers. The ones that have money, the ones that can afford your products, can afford your services, the ones you actually want to serve. And so that's the game plan, you guys. That's Traffic Secrets. Now it's time to get yours at trafficseekers.com. Someone said they ordered the book but never got a confirmation email. I'd look in your junk folder. Email is like the least reliable thing on this planet. I hate email. I wish someone would make something better than that. So, all right. Oh, someone's asking how much is the book. So, the first upsell is the box set. if you want the entire box set, I won't spoil it for you, but when you go through the funnel, when you buy the Traffic Secrets book, the upsell is to get the whole box set. The box set's got the .com Secrets book, the Expert Secrets book, the Traffic Secrets, all hardbound, and these have all been updated. I added over 30,000 words to each of these books before the new hardbound versions came out. So these are all the 3 newest versions, and also this is the Unlock Secrets workbook. It's a 600-page workbook, comes with it. If you want this huge box set, it is the upsell at trafficsecrets.com, but you got to get the book to even be able to see the offer for the whole thing. So I'd recommend getting it because it's awesome. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out today. While you're at home or doing your thing, just remember that this is not a time to hide and do nothing. This is a time to serve your audience at a higher level. Go live, tell your story, tell your message, give people a message of faith and hope. Don't stop selling things. Don't stop promoting. If the economy, the best thing for the economy is for us entrepreneurs to keep doing what we're doing. If we stop all commerce from happening, this is horrible for the economy. It's literally the scariest thing for me personally is not this virus. It's the economic repercussions of it. And our job as entrepreneurs is to keep doing what we're doing. If we stop, the economy will stop, and that's when it gets really, really, really scary. So, yeah, keep producing, you guys. Keep publishing. I've been talking about this for years, and as you get deeper in the Traffic Secrets book, one of the things I'm going to challenge everyone is publish every day for a year. Whether it's Facebook, Instagram, platform, YouTube, I don't care. Pick a platform and continually publish every single day for a year. And if you do that, you'll have no more financial troubles in a year from now. But you got to be consistent and start publishing. So I'm going to be publishing every day. Every day I'm going to be reading parts of the books for you. Hope you guys enjoyed today. Got some ideas out of it, and I'll be back tomorrow with the next chapter, secret number 2 we're going into, you guys. So between now and then, go get your copy of the book, trafficsecrets.com. And I'll see you guys all again very, very soon. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.